I
noise.
loved it. It really, I was looking at my phone.
We started out of nowhere. I kind of just hit record and then was like, no, we're here. We're live.
here. It was kind of a shock, much like
Today's topic.
today's topic.
Oh my
perhaps.
God. If you haven't already seen today's title. What is it, Zachary Noe Towers, the new co-host of this podcast, Confidently Insecure, the podcast where we're absolutely sure we don't know
everything. Pigging.
Pegging?
Pegging.
What's
pegging,
pigging?
girl?
We're
Pigging.
talking pegging.
I'm sure pigs and pegs go
Pigs
hand
and
in snout.
Before we get to today's topic of pegging, I want to do one of our new segments that we didn't get to do last episode.
Okay.
Which is horoscopes with a capital WH.
It's brilliant. No one's ever done it before. And
Today
it
we
makes
got
us,
some real silly, goofy energy.
I mean, the rain cleared.
Is that what it is?
I think maybe.
We're all just frizzle frazzled.
I'm sure I'm caffeinated.
I'm on my second coffee of the day. I'm drinking a vanilla cold brew oat milk latte plus collagen with pop and bottle, no refined sugar, dairy free, single shot of coffee.
Listen, I fall victim to words like collagen,
Mm-hmm.
but
Nothing.
yeah,
works.
like what are
I
they doing to us? What are
Yeah.
they? I swear to God.
Can I give you a TTT real quick
Yes,
inserted TTT?
Yes, give me a
A
TTT.
real quick inserted TTT. Well, actually, it wasn't TikTok. It was Twitter taught me. So it's
Yeah.
TT.
No one would have known. Whatever you're about to say is on TikTok.
Vitamin C doesn't actually help you beat a cold.
What the fuck does she do then?
Nothing. She does nothing. And also turmeric can't help you beat a cold, but turmeric can help with a bunch of other stuff. So it's still okay to take turmeric.
I do swear by that. But with vitamin C, I've known for a while, emergency, their
Mhm.
whole 5,000, you pee it out.
Oh.
Whatever your body doesn't use,
Uh-huh.
you pee it out. It's not like your body's like,
Oh.
yummy, 5,000 milligrams of vitamin C. I'll store this for the winter. It's like, no, you pee it out.
Shit. And that's what she was saying also about turmeric is like your body's heat absorbs it too quickly for it to do anything for a cold.
Okay.
But I think it still helps with inflammation. Don't Google it.
Don't Google
We
it.
got
Don't you
2
fucking
minutes
dare.
in before we
You
said
can
don't
ask
Google it.
Jeeves, but you can't
I
Google
thought you
it.
were about to say ask Jesus. In your next confessional, ask Jesus.
Listen,
about it.
if Jesus is texting you back, ask her.
Absolutely.
But we are not on
We're
speaking
not
terms.
scientists. Oh my God. You're definitely not going to be after this episode. Okay. Horoscopes. Horoscopes is Zachary and I's attempt at trying to learn the signs better. I've had about 8,644 podcast episodes about astrology with
Mhm.
like professional astrologists and shit and horoscope people. You know, those horoscope people.
Yeah. You know what? I always get nervous
Huh.
that I'm going to get astronomy and astrology mixed up. Do we know the difference?
They're all stars.
Okay.
Astronomy is stars.
I'm going to relieve that stress for myself then.
Release it. That was so Libra of you. No, I've had so many people to talk about it, and I still only know like 3 signs very intimately because they're mine.
They're yours. Yeah.
Just as a reminder, you got a Leo, Gemini over here.
And a Libra, Sag.
A Libra, Sag.
A saggy Libra.
Love. But horoscopes is a little segment where we
But horoscopes. Wait, what if people hate that we laugh all the time?
If they hate that we laugh all the time, get some better energy in your life, my guy. Truly fuck all the way off if you don't like laughter.
They're like, they don't talk about anything. They just say something and then laugh.
Well, that's the
That's
Pod
the pod.
2.0.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Okay, so
Horoscopes
it's our attempt at learning the signs better, but also
Mhm.
like helping you guys understand them better too.
So it's whores talking about scopes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Or like them being a whore. It could be anything.
Okay. We're just using we're kind of flinging horror around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
great.
it will often probably have to do with sexual. energy,
Yeah.
let's
For
say.
sure.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
if
Do
if
it.
it's helpful.
Grease,
All right.
lube us up.
My horoscope of the week goes out to all my Capricorns. Cap City, bitch. Cap City. It is Capricorn season, actually, right now.
Tell me about it.
Happy birthday. Happy
Capricorn
another.
is something I forget about.
It is a goat No, what is Capricorn? A bull?
I
A ram.
don't know.
Oh, see, guys, this is why we don't Google it.
Don't Google it.
Capricorn.
Capricorn feels like goat-like.
It is a. It looks like a goat. It's a goat.
Okay.
Why did I think Aries was a goat?
Aries is wind.
For sure it's not. Okay, so Capricorns are typically known to be overachievers, persistent, practical, and sensitive. I just realized yesterday when we were in Target at Starbucks that like 5 of the people closest to me in my life are Capricorns. I've got, shout out to all these people, Heather, Brian, Mikey, Sir is a Capricorn.
Oh.
And my friend Claire. Like, I surround myself by hardworking, but like sensitive Caps.
When you meet someone, how soon do you ask what their sign is? Really?
I'm that person.
So you only studied extensively 3 of the signs because they're yours, but it's very important to you that
so important to me because I know a little bit about them all. You know, I often forget about Tauruses. Sorry.
I know
Virgos
Taurus
are the
is a
devil.
real blind spot.
Everyone thinks Scorpios are the bad ones, but it's actually Virgos.
Gemini are cuckoo bananas.
That's me.
Can verify.
I also always forget about Aquarius.
I don't. Aquarius it's in there,
and it confuses me because you'd think aqua water, but it's an air sign.
Is it?
Yes.
You know,
don't
the
Google
one
it.
Cancer makes me uncomfortable. I'm
Just
like,
say?
this word, we need to change it.
Yeah.
You need to pick a different.
But don't say that about Cancers. They're the most emotional. They're the most
I would be
sensitive.
too if I had Cancer.
Okay, so my point being, all of my homies that I like to surround myself with happen to be Capricorns. And then I've also learned that I actually have a fuck ton of Capricorn in my chart.
Okay.
So if your sun is a Cap, then right now you are feeling industrious, purposeful, and ambitious. So if you're a Capricorn, I think you should try pegging. What is more industrious?
Wow, what a segue.
Purposeful and ambitious than pegging?
It's ambitious for
your birthday.
I don't know if you know what industrious means.
I sure don't. I think of metal. I think of buildings.
Okay, yeah, then you do.
Sites.
You do what it means.
Okay.
I think like
it's a little dirty.
Building, yeah.
Yeah. And I have Capricorn in my Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus, which doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but I
you
did want to
do.
say Uranus.
Yes, that's the
pegging.
Segue.
Okay, so my horoscope for this week is our Capricorns. What about you?
Okay, so I didn't understand the assignment.
Me neither, really. I think we just made it up right now.
And I said my current crush.
Who's your current crush?
I'm not. That's between me and God.
What? You just said you guys weren't on good terms.
What? No, I don't
God.
know who you're Oh, no, Jesus. I don't know.
Different. Okay, wait. Why wouldn't you tell your very best friend who your crush is?
I think I did, and I think okay. So this is the thing. It's not an active crush. It is the last guy who kind of stirred up those.
Oh, who is it?
Kicked up the leaves.
Give me a hint.
I think it'll give it away if I give a hint.
Were they at your holiday party?
Yes.
Ooh,
okay, so anyway, they're a Sag.
Okay.
So I looked up like things like what does Sagittarius think of Libra? I'm Libra. Who is Libra sexually compatible with?
Ooh.
So things I got were just like fire and air, Libra and Sagittarius, friendship is fierce and arduous.
Oh, no.
I know. The relationship/friendship is helmed by Libra, but Sagittarius will rarely feel out of control. These two share an energetic bond between them, which makes Libra and Sagittarius friendship compatibility extremely strong.
Well, they say some of the best relationships start off as strong friendships.
Yeah, and but
those are also people who say that are people that like don't get the dick they want.
I guess I am throwing ones like, yeah, they're my best friend. I'm like, I don't want to fuck my best friend.
I have best friends, and then I have my lover best friend.
And then sexually, Taurus and Libra are compatible.
So we need to get you a Taurus.
I guess, but who wants a Taurus?
Oh, I literally just said I forgot about that.
Which
is so unfair because you guys are such hardworking beasts.
Well, I just think about the car. Isn't there a Taurus?
Like a Ford Taurus?
Ford Taurus, right?
Is that a thing?
Okay, you said Ford.
Don't Google it.
So don't Google it, but if it's not, it should be.
So even though you are going to be friend zoned by this Sag, your horoscope of the week is a Sagittarius.
I've like already been friend zoned.
I need to know who this is. Would they listen to this podcast?
Maybe.
Oh, fuck me. Okay. Anything else?
Libra. Oh, this last one. Libra Sagittarius sex is amazing, it says.
Oh, what?
Because of this, they may never leave the bedroom. Between Libra's deep capacity for tenderness and Sagittarius' attention and care, their physical chemistry is dynamite.
Oh, fuck. Well, let me tell you, the Capricorn sexual energy with me right now is the best sex of my life.
I hear that from you.
Like,
I can hear you from my home a mile away. I can hear you getting railed and also railing.
Which is why we're talking today about that.
Oh my God.
Side note, I think I had the best sex of my life on Sunday.
Side note.
Yeah.
Rest of the episode.
No. We need to do a whole episode on this, but like we had like tantric sex.
So you were delaying or I guess I don't know what tantric is.
The whole thing felt like an orgasm. And like my internal monologue, I was like screaming things out that I would like.
And then they would do it?
No, just like the energy. I felt like we could read each other's minds.
Okay, so kind of. Like you were saying things in your head and they were like, you're like, oh, like your body's talking.
Bitch, yes.
And you were like, oh, I wish he'd lick my nipples right now. And then he'd like,
or
lick your nipples.
Or I'd like think I'd say something and I think he could understand it. We need to do a whole episode on tantric sex because this shit was wild. He also said it was the best sex of his life.
Did you embark on tantric sex when you started?
No.
But did you both obviously knew about it?
I said, do you want to stare into each other's eyes for a couple minutes before we have sex? And he said, duh. Because we do that all the time.
This person, sir, would... He would choose to stare into your eyes over a lot of things. Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Anyway.
Okay, whatever. Anyway.
Should we get back to pegging?
I don't think we ever left it.
So, Zachary, what is your history with pegging?
My history with pegging is virtually non-existent. I think you are the closest I've come to.
What? Pegging?
Yeah.
You want me to peg you?
No. No. I haven't gotten anything in my ass for a bit now.
Because of
I just I'm kind of more of a side gay. Which is where you do things that are not like anal penetration.
Is that a known word in the community?
It's a new word, side.
You just made it?
Nope. It's around.
Okay, side gay. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Which means you
top, bottom, verse, side. That's like
no.
Those are like options.
You can say that now?
Top, bottom, verse, side. Yeah.
So could I be a verse side? Like I like to suck the dick and get
your dick sucked. Yes, but you also verse. I think that makes sense.
To
I would say verse, top and bottom refers to penetrative sex. So verse implies you do both. I think side might be.
I'm a verse bisexual.
Yes, you are. You're verse in lots of ways.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think pegging is great. I'm loving that Dan Savage is part of the...
Don't spoil it. Okay. That was going to be my reveal to you.
This is what I get for reading.
I told you not to read our notes.
What's your experience with pegging?
Well, let's first define what pegging is, no?
Okay.
Pegging was first described, shout out to Hannah, our producer, for the history lesson. Pegging was first described by the Marquis de Sade in his 1795 book, Philosophy in the Bedroom. Come now, madame, embugger your brother. The LGBT columnist Dan Savage.
Oh, God, I thought that was still Marquis de Sade writing. I was like, they said LGBT back then?
Coined the term pegging to describe it in 2001. And it has since formed a storyline in the sitcom Peep Show and inspired Cosmopolitan magazine to publish a helpful how-to guide. It seems everyone's doing it these days. And it is a new shorthand for female on male heterosexual anal play. By creating a new word rather than simply using anal sex, pegging This happened yesterday. Microphone.
Is everything just held together with hope and
dreams
and spit?
And yes, pegging is clearly marked as a heterosexual act, unlinking the act of anal penetration from gay men, writes Jade Aglier, a sociology professor at William
sociopath.
In contrast, the acts of sodomy and buggery, so back to our guy, Marquis. They fall into the domain of male homosexual sex and are stigmatized accordingly. They're often used as synonyms as unnatural, illegal, and non-consensual acts.
Non-consensual?
Yes.
Wow.
So the first sexual encounter that involved pegging was technically in 1795 book of Philosophy in the Bedroom by Marquis de Sade.
When he said bugger your brother?
Yes, that's what they meant.
Is that, but not incest vibes?
It didn't exist until 2001 when Dan Savage noted it.
Pegging.
You
know, he's introduced other words.
Like what?
Monogamish.
Oh, nice.
And then, oh my God, it's the word for like the liquidy, frothy, like when you like come in a butt
cheese.
But it's after, oh my God, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's like after a politician who's like,
sounds like it,
who's like shady as fuck. Oh my God.
You work with Dan Savage a lot.
I do.
You go on his podcast.
He actually just texted me today. I'm going to go on it soon.
Yay. So here's my thing. If pegging is solely to just involve heterosexuality, couldn't pegging also be then like sodomy, which I feel like we should take the sexual identity out of it and just consider it someone wearing a strap on putting it in someone else's butt.
You're saying we shouldn't use pegging anymore? No,
we should use pegging, but it should be inclusive of all relationships.
Yes, styles. I think in 2023 anyone can peg.
Anyone can peg for so many reasons.
I think it's you.
I'm serial.
I'm getting emotionally pegged later. No, but like anyone adhering like a device to their and then inserting.
Yes.
Like, could I peg a girl in her vagina?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I like that too.
And I think that happens more often than we think because sometimes we know ED is a thing. Arousal dysfunction totally is not anything to be embarrassed about.
It's now arousal dysfunction?
Oh, I just said that.
Oh, usually it's erectile.
I know, but I think
arousal dysfunction is much better.
Yeah, because it doesn't pin it on the dude.
Santorum. Named
after Rick Santorum.
That frothy mixture of lube and fecal matter that is sometimes the byproduct of anal sex.
Okay, I'm glad we're talking about it. We're also entering the we're also entering the category of butt stuff with pegging. So
I've done butt stuff.
We got to talk about poop. We got to talk about Santorum.
Yeah.
We got to talk about the frothy mixture of...
if I'm being honest, I think poop is one of the main reasons I don't like embrace anal as much.
Are we thinking we need to keep pegging under the umbrella of butt?
So it sounds like the definition does want it there.
But you could peg any hole.
I like your concept of broadening.
Okay, so for the context of this conversation, we're broadening it to be any relationship style.
Yes, I was saying using an object that's not part of your body to penetrate someone.
For example, I think I've told you on this podcast, when I went to a sex party that was Alice in Wonderland themed, I watched a person put a dildo, strap it to their head that was a carrot, and fucked a guy dressed as a bunny. She pegged him in the butt, and she was dressed as Alice in Wonderland, and she forehead pegged him with a carrot dildo, and then he ate it after.
Similar story.
How is that fucking possible?
There used to be this all body type strip show called Big Dick's House of Long Boobs. And it was so wonderful because you paid like $25 to get in, but they gave you like $10, 10 singles in Big Dick's Long Boobs cash that you could give to the dancers. The dance, all body types. One girl was just like this like full figure girl who like jerked off on stage and squirted
like
far.
Wow.
But one of them, the opening number was Santa and sexy reindeer. Santa came in riding on the sexy reindeer's back with a carrot dangling in front of him. Then Santa unzipped sexy reindeer's bottoms, fucked him with the carrot, ate the carrot, and then spit it into the audience.
How did we have such similar stories?
Isn't that great?
And carrot involved.
Maybe it happens more than we know.
Guys, don't use a carrot for your first time pegging.
I mean,
do you not have
which end would you put in first? I think I put the rounded.
Little.
No. Definitely the rounded.
Why?
Because the little is a point.
It's a soft point. Much like
everything we're making.
Okay, wait.
A lot of soft points.
Why don't you want to peg a man in the butt?
I mean, I guess I would use my penis.
But why not try just for shits and gigs with like a crazy monster dick or like a weird shaped thing or some anal beads?
Well, to be ignorant, I guess. I don't know where my penis would go.
It'll flap down.
Oh, like put the boner. I think I'd be
a sheath that you can put your dick in.
Oh, I'd like that.
Yeah, I think you could sheath it.
So my penis is like sequestered.
Yes.
And like
way to use the word sequestered.
I know, I think that's how the judicial system intended it.
Tell me why I keep confusing sequestered and equestrian.
Horses? Okay, now you got me on Daniel Radcliffe naked in front of a horse.
Pegging a horse.
Pegging a horse.
I don't think he was pegging it. Maybe he was. I don't know.
I've never seen the play, so I couldn't tell you. But I, as someone who doesn't need anal sex to like explode all over the place, mentally, physically, emotionally, I am open to it, but I haven't wanted to enough.
I think for women, it's different.
Oh, for sure.
Every vulva owner at some point in their life has gone, what I wouldn't do for a dick for a day. I would love to have a dick for a day. Swing it around, knock it into things, put my penis into holes.
I've had similar thoughts with a vagina.
What would you do with it?
Get railed by a bunch of dudes.
That's it?
I mean, what else do you do with it?
Would you try and fit things in it like a little coin purse?
Maybe.
Right?
Mainly, I think I am jealous of the ability to kind of have less prompted sex.
Yeah. Like, one of my
less prepared.
Yes, one of my sex therapists always said that like we make erectile dysfunction a way bigger, more common deal because we can physically see the dysfunction as opposed to
women who are like not in it.
Yes.
Yeah. You want a dick for the day.
Exactly. And there's something about I'm gonna say this and I might get a little flack for it. Power.
Oh yeah.
Of having a dick.
We all know penises possess power.
But how stupid, because pussies literally
I know
are the most powerful.
Listen, we're both team pussy here.
We're both feminists. But like also then pegging a penis owner who represents as masculine is very powerful for me.
Yeah, I actually came prepared with the question.
Oh.
In the pegging community.
Yeah.
What like
also the pegging community?
Like,
they're having meetings?
I mean, probably.
Okay.
There's probably like
snacks?
community boards.
Okay, copy.
Not at Starbucks, but like
maybe not.
Online.com.
Maybe in WeHo.
It's what percentage of it is women who want to express that power or men who want to be dominated in that way?
Zachary, I'm not a scientist. I've never done a case study, never done like a group voting.
I'm
but
hoping for a butt. Yeah.
My assumption is more, especially heterosexual men want it
than women want to do it.
Not even the women want to do it. I think women would do it. Women tend to be more exploratory in the bedroom when it feels safe.
Women are more open-minded. There, I said it.
Amen. But I think it all has to do with the patriarchy, right? They don't want to feel weak. They don't want to get fucked. They don't want to lose their
emasculated.
Yes, that's
not
the
being masculine is literally most
Your
men's
brand.
biggest fear. Oh my god, I couldn't not be masculine if I tried.
Yeah, no. I agree. It's a fear that when you're in the bedroom, what is the fun stuff? It's the taboo shit.
Yeah.
And so
subversive.
Yes. And so for me, it was like, I'm a pretty confident woman. I give off hella mask energy. I've been often asked if I Excuse me.
She belches her oat milk latte right into the microphone.
I don't know how that one slipped by.
No, that was like the universe helping you make your point.
Yes, I have I've often been said that I dominate in the bedroom
and in the courtroom, in the classroom,
on
the courtyard,
playing dodgeball, kickball, softball. Watch out!
You are like if God forbid you ever find yourself involved in a task that needs to be done around Kelsey Darragh, because you're getting did in the next 12 to 17 minutes.
Oh my God. My roommate said that this morning. She was like, you're on a meth project because I was trying to move my crystals.
Okay, yes.
And
but
it gives mask to do energy.
It's just wonderful. You plow through things.
Yeah, much like pegging.
So
yes, I'm a big fan. I have been doing it since I started experimenting in the bedroom. I won't name which boyfriend this was, but he was very into pain, and I think learning a lot about male butt pleasure before I ever learned how to communicate in the bedroom was something that was very prominent in my experience.
Wait, he liked the pain of being pegged?
He liked he wanted me to spit on him, put my fingers up his butt,
degrade him.
Yeah, before I ever was learning how to have partner orgasms. So for me, it was very normal, and so I learned about the type of hardware you can use very early on, because I think a lot of people think, well, I'm going to be using a lot of energy. I'm going to be sweating. There's no pleasure in it for me. My friends, no, you're so wrong.
Oh,
the type of equipment you use is all the difference.
Sure.
So here's my top 3 suggestions for if you're going to start pegging.
I love it. I'm writing these down.
This is after you've had the conversation. And you know what? Men don't have to bring it up either. If you're in a heterosexual relationship, you'd be like, hey, babe, I want to try pegging you. You don't have to wait for them to come to you. Number 1, lube.
Oh my God.
Lubity lube.
Lube,
Lube.
Honestly, I can't think of a time where I've been too much lube.
Never.
Maybe I have, but it's like
Never.
I'd rather have more
I'd rather
than not
slide
enough
across the bedroom floor in an oily fire than not have enough lube trying to do butt stuff.
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't be able to open any door.
No,
after pegging.
Forget about trying to pick the bottle back up right through your hands. And here's the thing is, I think people want to put a lot of lube in their hand or do it directly on it. But here's the thing is that especially if you're doing it for the first time, you're going to get it all on the outside, but the inside, the depth of the booty hole is dry as hell.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of constant application.
Sure.
So know that you're gonna need get a belt, put it in your belt.
You're kidding.
No, put it in your
a
belt.
utility belt.
Yes, put it in
or
your
guys, also
pegging.
There's
yes, your strap-on belt.
You're strapping. Yeah,
because you're gonna get a pump, so it's easier to just open and do it rather than having to get a squirt bottle.
They have turkey basters for this to inject cum in people. I mean semen. I mean lube.
What just happened?
I don't know. All I was trying to say was
I'm marking that one for Hannah. What?
You can't play either of those words, I don't think.
Oh, we do.
I'm gonna say they have turkey baster or it looks like an injection thing.
Yeah.
But you fill it with lube.
But how do you even get that in?
I mean, that's a very skinny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so get a child-sized injector and just know you're going to need lube all parts of the process.
Especially if is it that water base?
And oil based, don't mix.
Right. But
so
also,
your spit is water based.
Yeah.
And if you're using oil based lube, it's going to make it weird.
Okay.
So that's my first tip is know that you're going to need lube. And you might have a little poopy finger dealing with lube for the first time. Start with a finger, right? That's what they always say. So graduate up. You might have a poopy finger.
Are you eating ass?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
All the time.
Is this one of your 3?
No.
Oh, really?
So that was my first one. My second piece of advice is in the equipment, they have dilator packages. So you can literally start with like a carrot-sized strap-on,
A baby carrot?
you baby carrot, and graduate up, and the styles are different too. So like I have one dilator that's like really, really, really skinny at the tip and then gets like really, really fat, like 6 inches lower.
Butt plug vibes.
Exactly. So you can like get that as a strap-on, so you can practice with that. My third piece of advice with pegging is get a strap-on harness that has a vulva pleasure stimulator. So something that vibrates. They have like little insertion things for you to have something inside you too, because it is so much more fun. And
when you're like,
it makes you feel like you have a dick,
and it makes you want to hump because you're like, I'm getting this stimulation when I
stimulation station.
That's my
provocation.
Yeah.
Can we go back to you asking about eating ass? Because what does that have to do with pegging?
I mean,
Start
every
with eating
time
ass?
I've been fucked, the guy's eaten my ass for like a good amount of time.
But doesn't that kind of tickle?
It relaxes the anus, Kels.
Does it?
Yeah.
I just usually give like a little knuckle massage.
Like a noogie on his asshole. Get over here. No, like a guy, like, yeah, for sure. Like eating my ass is just like, it feels like a spa for my hole. And then I go, oh, and then like, and then they'll put like 2 fingers in and kind of like,
they start with 2.
I mean,
devilish.
You know, this is the thing.
1
finger feels unnatural. 2 is like, okay, we're doing something.
Zachary, I'm so excited you just said that, because for our Rose and Thorn segment later, my thorn was, why are 2 packets of ramen too much, but 1 doesn't feel like enough? And dare I say, the same feels for fingers in my butt. 2 is too much. 1 doesn't feel like anything, but you're like, I could have more.
Could I get half a finger? It's so funny. I had ramen last night.
So did I.
Look at us.
What is happening?
I mean,
we're becoming the same person.
Cool. Were we ever 2 different people?
No, not on this couch. Not on couches. When we get on couches, we become like a transformer.
And then it's like Severance. When we get off the couch, we don't know where we are.
We're like, who are you? We just pass each other on the street. We're like, I love that guy's sweater. Okay, so how, and I feel like this is something we could borrow from the gay community. What's the best way to clean a butt before pegging interactions?
There's a lot of debate on this right now.
Oh, right now? Why is it such a hot top?
Well, maybe it's just
That's your other nickname?
No, it's just like anal will probably always be a hot topic in the gay community. Yeah. But the best things I can think of to say are literally your diet. Like high fiber diet, like high fiber supplements, whatever. So you are regular and firm poops, and they come out clean, and they like, because if you have a firm poop, you don't have like a messy wall.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And apparently like gluten, bread makes like more of like a literally like doughy, mushier poop. And so if you have a high fiber diet, it's
just
solid.
It's out.
It's like, you know.
That reminds me of the time when I had a uterine cast where the whole uterine inside
is that a cast inside
out. Yeah, and it like just all slid out in one piece. It was very scary. I thought I was having a real-time abortion. You were there when that thing fell out of me.
Yes.
And then I found out about it on TikTok that it's so common.
TikTok taught you.
T-T-T-T-T.
So, but a uterine cast, I was picturing like a broken arm that I would sign my name on.
Imagine a hardened cast, like something that you put your arm, but now it's the inside of your pussy, and you just sloth the cast off. Yeah, that's what that was. Remember, it had like a rock.
I know,
in it?
Yeah, and we were like, ooh.
We were like, is that a baby?
I was like, you need to get your affairs in order.
Call my lawyer.
That's so dark.
Okay, so you're saying diet.
Diet, yeah.
I'm not going to say do that because if you're just pegging for the first time or once and want to try it giggly, you ain't got to change up all your whole eating style.
Okay, then
just do that for you, boo.
I mean, the other way people douche.
Yeah.
They squirt warm water up their butt,
which you should never do with your pussy because it'll fuck up the microbiome.
And there's some truth to that with the asshole too.
Really?
Because you don't want to like clean. You don't want to wash out
all
everything.
the bacteria. Yeah.
And there's also apparently there's a second sphincter.
Excuse me?
Yeah, in our bodies.
What are you fucking talking about?
So you got your sphincter.
Hold on.
You know
this
her.
Needs its own moment.
You know her.
You're about to tell. This is like figuring out you have 2 vagina holes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically 2
if
vulva
they were
holes.
stacked.
What?
Yeah. So like
I'm looking this
there's
up.
a thing called like in the gay, at least in gay porn, they're like, oh yeah, he hit my second hole.
What?
Yeah.
I spell sphincter.
SPHINCTER. Sphincter
Sphincter
would be a really cute name for a child if we could.
fucking
just-
dead. You were not about to say sphincter is a good name for a child.
Yeah, sphincter, like sphinx.
Holy fuck.
Is there?
Okay. A second sphincter.
She just broke our number one rule.
What it?
Googling.
Ah!
But I do
So
want to. I was confident that I was right.
You are. This is confidently insecure.
Mm.
The external anal sphincter is composed of striated muscle and is divided into 3 parts known as the subcutaneous, superficial, and deep external sphincter.
I think we're talking deep external.
Okay, so it's more like your butthole is like it kind of looks like a vagina where it's like the vagina with the cervix and then
it just at the last minute
it kind of
sex comes into play.
it curves. It's a little bit like an organ getting smushed, so you have like the walls are a little curvy. So it's just like deep. So there's literally the rectum and the external sphincter, and then the exterior sphincter and your interior sphincter. How do you not hit the second hole?
I don't know.
How far up is it?
Maybe we are hitting the second hole more than we know. I'm sure you hit Sir's second hole.
Because then at some point you're hitting the fucking colon.
Wait, so to talk about you pegging Sir, he's like coming when he's getting pegged.
Yes.
Really hard.
Like over my head.
Dude, because our prostate swells and then you're tapping it.
Tap, tap.
And it's like literally like I've had blackout orgasms
my
getting
favorite.
fucked. Where I'm just like, convulsing.
Oh my God. Because
it feels so good.
And so that's the other thing I was going to say, right? Is like we had to learn what sex to them felt like. And I feel like in my past, it had been people's either first experience or they were like pros at it. So it was just me just pegging. With this person, it being their first time, I had to figure out like what like position felt the best. Like
they
for
should
how
sit on
long.
It. Here's a for all the straight men listening.
Which is like
3%. I know. The best way to embark on anal stuff is for you to lower yourself down onto the object or penis.
Why?
Because you are in complete control of how much is going in and at what exact speed.
Yes.
There's something very nerve-wracking about a man, period. No, but being on your back and a man controlling how much, how fast, how hard a thing is going into you.
Do you sit on it every time?
That's how I start.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
Huh.
For sure. And then it's like fun. And then once I'm like all like warmed up, then we can switch it up.
And then you're like a pretzel.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe the first time I ever pegged someone. I actually think it was a girl.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
I think it was a girl. And
it wasn't the ex who liked pain.
No, you're right. That was the first. But then the second, the first time that I was like actually doing something that I was in control, I was the train conductor.
Yes, choo
choo. I had on the strap on, and I could not believe how tired I got.
Oh my God.
The
first
thrusting,
time I talked, my lower abdominals
cramped,
on fire.
Like what the fuck?
The next day I was like,
you want to know how you get that deep V? Pegging.
Fuck people.
Yeah.
with a thing.
Because also as a woman, you're used to riding a certain way. Your hips gyrate
Yep.
a certain position.
Your
like,
lower back is kind of doing a lot of work.
You might have thigh strength.
But
this was a
new,
different place.
A brave new world.
And to keep an erection, I don't know how y'all do it.
Well, because they really want to come.
Oh, that's true. They have such drive.
Yes.
So it did at some point take me in and out. I remember just being like, I'm so
exhausted.
desperate to like just keep going because I don't want the like, oh my God, I don't know if I can keep up with them. That's always like the fun part is figuring out like how long does it feel good for? Because at some point then it can get, especially if you're new to it, it can get a little tender.
On both sides.
A little on both sides.
I never really like to get fucked. Honestly, getting fucked for 5 minutes tops is like ideal.
Really?
Yeah. That's all I need.
You would never survive as a woman. Men beat that thing. They do it like they're drilling for fucking oil, man. For centuries, I had sex.
I've been fucked for centuries.
Like I was just a hole in the wall.
Well, gay guys do that too.
But rude.
I agree.
But rude.
I totally agree. Yeah. I had a thought and it totally went out my asshole. My butt just was like, nope.
You're gaping hole.
Yeah, getting fucked.
Okay,
it's
so
gnarly.
The other fun thing to do, and you can tell me if this is something we could also borrow some tips from the gay community, is to yerk them off while it's happening, while you're pegging.
Oh yeah,
to do the hand-eye
around
coordination, or like if they're in front of you, you can it's right there.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a control stick, like a joystick, like you're driving a tractor
for sure.
It does require, again, no wonder some men are so beefy, muscly boys. Because you're doing a lot. It's a lot of hand-eye coordination.
It's like rubbing your stomach while patting your head.
I can do that.
Okay, this is officially a visual podcast.
I did it though, right?
Yeah,
because I've been pegging.
You and most 7th graders.
All right. Wait,
5th graders,
gonna knock on 8th graders?
I'm sorry.
For?
Well, middle schoolers. Suck,
okay,
but none of them are listening. Yeah,
a lot of hand-eye coordination.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing. If I'm like getting fucked, I will either be very hard about to burst or like not erect.
That's what I was going to ask, because in the book Come As You Are, which I highly recommend, we talk a lot about what the body does versus like what your brain actually wants and feels good to. And like you can be wet and not be horny at all.
Yeah.
And you can be dry as bone and
really
be
horny.
so fucking horny.
Yeah.
I have seen a lot of gay porn where the dick is flaccid. And I'm like, is that feeling good? What's going on there?
I think in those cases, the man is getting a lot of like mental satisfaction. Because there's a whole thing. I don't know if this is in the straight community, but like being used, or like a guy like use my holes,
Big
like
time.
like load collectors,
cum
where
dumpster.
Yeah. Okay. So I think guys are just like, yeah, he's like fucking me, like he's gonna.
But does it still feel good?
Yeah.
Because I think you could disassociate as a vagina owner and just let them go to town.
Yeah, it feels good.
Okay. But again, the hardness doesn't mean you're not horny.
True.
That's new information.
True.
And I think it's important to know, especially if you're pegging a heterosexual partner for the first time, that they might not get hard.
Also, as we get older too, like I don't think erections are as like, when did we talk about surprise erections? Was that before
last
the
week's
Okay,
podcast.
okay, yeah. But like, yeah, they used to be like bountiful. Like you get boners if the wind blew.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, you're still horny, but
the
like
wind has a mouth?
The wind has a wet, tight mouth.
Carry on.
Oh no, I was just gonna say boners, erectile arousal dysfunction happens. I think as you just get older, you're just like you're pulled into lots of different directions.
Do you think your strength in your glutes and butts and hamstrings and hips have anything to do with erectile dysfunction?
I think it doesn't help.
Having muscles?
Having legs. No,
that's ableist,
of
for
course.
sure.
No, it's like, yeah, because it's like, okay, girls, from what I've heard or gathered on my podcast, at least, or my old podcast, is that it takes a lot mentally for girls to kind of get there.
Yes.
So then you factor in a guy who is pounding you too hard too long, or a guy who's getting tired and sweaty and sweat's dripping on your forehead.
That happens all the time.
Yeah, so it's like there's a lot of like moving parts, you know?
I'm I cannot believe we've already hit our limit
Yeah.
of talking about pegging.
Well, you know, when you're talking about your passions,
it's not work at all.
it's never not a work.
It's just like hanging out with my friends.
Yeah.
So no pegging needs to result in orgasm, but I will say the ones that I've had are very fun and like blackouty.
I think pegging is very representative of like sexploration as a whole, where it's like if you're really scared of it or really like dismissive of it before contempt prior to investigation, I think that's like more symptomatic of a bigger issue where it's like maybe you're not ready to peg yet, but like get a toy, like, get a thing, like try, go outside your comfort zone like a little bit, like explore.
Do you like the idea of dirty talk while pegging? Because I think that adds another layer that people are afraid to try, but I think that's even something you could kind of wade into the waters, like just be more dominant with your heterosexual partner.
Dirty talk will always be, unless you've established verbiage that like you both like, dirty talk's always going to be like a little risky.
Sure.
And like high risk, high reward. You might say the thing that like makes him explode.
Fireworks.
Or you might like freak him out.
That's a conversation you have beforehand.
Yeah.
But again, like in dipping your toe into the water, just like start with a little dominance in the bedroom.
Yeah.
See, like
slap him as fucking hard as you can.
You don't even have to be in the bedroom for that.
Yeah,
We're not condoning.
No, I'm kidding. Don't hit anyone.
Zach, should we do our last segment?
What is it?
Our Rose and Thorn.
Is it of the episode?
Of the week.
Oh, of the week. This is like, it hasn't happened yet, which is like why it's so crazy. But the concept that I'm going to do Good Morning America.
Yes.
As we record this, it's tomorrow, but it will have happened already.
Oh my God.
Like then I'm setting this intention that like, it's going to be fun.
Yes.
It's going to like be cute.
Yes.
It's going to be a great experience.
Yes.
But yeah, that's like bonkers to me.
So that's more of your intention than your rose and your thorn.
Damn it. Okay. Okay.
You start with your thorn of the week and then you end on your rose. Remember?
I have a psychotic thorn.
Oh.
My front door
okay
has absorbed so much moisture.
Fuck.
I can barely open and close it.
Same with my patio
barely
door.
Opening. Kelsey, I am slamming and then
the fucking knob is gonna come off.
Dude,
what do we do?
And it's like my front door.
Does anyone have a fix for this? Because y'all live all over the world.
Maybe a hairdryer. Maybe if I just like set a heater next to it.
See, I think it's also what expands in the cold.
No, it contracts in the cold.
Well, then what
it's
the fuck?
The moisture, the rain. It's like been soaking up moisture for 2 weeks now.
Blow on it.
So I'm gonna go blow. I'm gonna go suck off my door.
Okay, so that's your thorn.
That's my thorn.
Do you have a rose?
Rose. I mean, you're my eternal rose.
Stop. Let's get tattoos.
That
would be cute.
At the year mark, we could get a tattoo.
Yeah,
that'd be cute.
You heard it here, guys.
Rose. This is so funny because I do a gratitude list every fucking night, and then like, yeah, and then I can't think of anything in this.
Your
moment.
Gratitude, your rose could be that you are going to be on Good Morning America.
Yeah, sure.
That's a pretty
do
big
that.
rose.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. My thorn, like I said, was me discovering last night with ramen noodles that 2 is too many, but 1 is never enough. And then I saw that as a tweet going around, and I said, "Damn, I should have fucking tweeted that," which always happens. It always happens, especially on awards nights too. You ever like notice on awards nights that there's so many people like nothing's an original thought.
Well, everyone's tweeting about the award. I usually stay off Twitter on big nights like that because I don't want to. I don't care.
I don't want to know.
It's like New Year's for tweeters.
My rose, Zachary.
We're
doing a whole episode about this on Guilty Pleasures. The new Puss in Boots movie.
Oh, you loved it?
Do you remember when we were walking to Target yesterday and I said, I want to tell you something, but I'm going to save it for the podcast?
Yeah.
It was Puss in Boots. It was so fucking good.
I saw it too.
You watched it?
Yeah.
Did you love it?
I go see everything.
I think I'm going to go see it again in theaters. I watched it on whatever platform it's on.
Maybe I should have seen it with you.
Meow. Was it not the most beautiful fucking... I have no care about Shrek, no care about Puss in Boots, never seen the first one. This was maybe the best animated movie I've ever seen.
The animation was very different.
Yeah.
And it was
different frame rates and styles.
Yeah, okay, with the action scenes, I could see what was going on,
they borrowed
which is
from,
very
Asian art.
Okay. Yeah, I did enjoy it.
The color scheme,
the
Aurora Borealis we're working with.
And I did like the story, The Last Wish.
I loved everything about it. That dog character, Sia. I cried 3 times.
Oh,
3
wait.
fucking times.
I will say Megan, the doll movie.
That was your rose.
That's a
Oh,
rose.
will you be a guest on Guilty Pleasures on Tuesday for that? They wanted me to ask you, and I fucking completely
For
forgot.
Megan?
Yes, I told them that you were back in town.
Yeah. What time is it?
Evening?
Yeah, I think that's even better.
Okay, we'll discuss off the podcast.
Yeah, sorry, that was
that was a little
not
inside
fun
baseball.
for anyone.
Zachary, that's it for this week.
Woo! Okay, so be sure to like and subscribe to the pod, but only rate it if you're going to rate 5 stars because we're sensitive.
And speaking of sensitive,
there is merch. Click the link
Still
below.
also, we still have Confidently Insecure shirts and hats and
Okay.
Anxiety Queen shirts and hats in stock. We're out of XL, but we still have a ton of other sizes up to 3X and down to extra small.
Ooh.
I should give you one.
Maybe.
You should rock
Maybe
one.
earn it.
All right, Daddy.
I'll wear it on Good Morning America.
Oh my God, imagine. That's it.
Is it?
Okay. We'll see you next week,
Bye.
Confidant.